Now when you get a funny meal, you'll get a special treat.
We'll give you something that's really fun for your ears, hands, bellies and feet.
Okay, so who needs to go first?
Sorry. Oh, can I get serious out of it? Yeah, serious. Star jumps.
Hi, I'm Juliet Scrine and I'm one of the directors of the Eaton Gorge Theatre Company. Well, I've been working in marketing and promotions for about 15-20 years and I was sick of working for someone else. So I thought, bugger this! I want to go and pursue something that I really love, and so that's what I did.
My name's Ian McColm. I'm a director of the Eaton Gorge Theatre Company. We started way back in 2004, 5 sort of thing, around then. There was 3 of us and we had to make a company and to get paid for our first job. So we went through the process of forming a company, and that's when I joined. Yeah. We were writing this play. It was the Takeaway Belly.
This is all takeaway. I don't think it's going to help get rid of this takeaway belly.
So sorry, Colin.
And it was about healthy eating and energy balance, and we had to put it somewhere, so I had to name a city or a place that this was set in. And I thought, play on words, because we're really bad with that sort of thing, puns and dad jokes, and so Eat and Gorge was then Eaton Gorge.
Initially, there were 3 of us in the company. There was Ian McColm and myself and Michael Connor. And Michael Connor is the educations officer at the Wollongong Botanic Gardens. So we'd been working with him for a long time and absolutely love working with him. He's so much fun. And all of Michael's plays have an environmental message. And we felt that using drama to talk to people about the environment was a fun and engaging way, and it wasn't pushing message down people's throats.
We didn't start out at the beginning and go, right, we're going to be an environmental theatre company. No. But it was always, and I think Juliet's the same, with a belief in those sorts of values. You know, so through that, it's led on to an understanding that, you know, there's so much of the world that will be gone if we don't look after it.
What Michael has taught us over the years is that it is important to engage your audience through audience participation and getting a message across in a fun way. So yes, it is part of what we do. So everything that we do as far as the Eaton Gorge Theatre Company does have an underlying theme of the environment and caring about the environment.
What should I do with it, Jane?
Ordinary man,
Yes.
you must dispose of it responsibly.
But where, Jane?
In the rubbish receptacle.
Ah.
Our next contract was with Shoalhaven Water. Tapstar was our first project, and he'd been around for 10 years or so before we started mucking around with him. And we were engaged to go into schools and talk to the children about Tapstar. And the initial character, or the old character, was a tap with legs, and he didn't talk. We went and spoke to the children. They all felt that Tapstar should be a water-saving superhero, and we totally agreed. And we workshopped those ideas with the kids, and they came up with other characters like Tap Dog and Granny and Oscar, and so all of the characters actually came from the kids. And so we took all of the characters and then we sifted through them and found ones that worked, and then we wrote the play, so Tapstar Saves Water, which was such a great fun project for us to work on. We had an inflatable set, and it was made by the people who do the stuff for the Wiggles, so we felt that we were really up there.
Wherever there's a toilet, in trouble. Wherever there's a leaky tap, you will find me, for I am Tapstar!
Yes, friends, Tapstar.
I guess the main struggle was trying to get some sort of credibility with who we were and what we were doing. People didn't really understand what we were trying to do. When you tell people that you're a theatre company, they think that you just put on shows in a theatre with costumes and sets and props and things like that, which is, I guess, what we do, but it's normally in a different place. So it could be in a schoolyard or at a festival or in a garage or in a field, so it didn't really matter where we went.
Finding out where we fit and who was going to buy our product and what was our product. We didn't know who we were. It's sort of like being a teenager and going, hey, going through puberty. I guess now we're in, you don't know who you are. You're trying to discover where you want to go, what you want to do. So we adapted as we went, and as we got jobs we realised this didn't work, that would. We have a whiteboard in the office, and it has all our bookings for the next 6 months, or even beyond if there is any. There would be in green Scrine marketing work, in I think it was blue was EGTC work, and there was maybe a bit here in June, maybe one in November, and a couple of jobs in October. That kind of thing. And so that was a worry. That was a bit of a, is this going to work? Are we going to get work in?
Another thing that Ian and I are really passionate about is about giving local people work, because we found as actors it's really difficult to get work in this area, and you don't get paid because people think, oh, well, you're having fun, so you don't have to get paid. Well, we don't think that that's fair. So a part of our ethos is employing local actors, giving them exciting work, and getting them involved in the development of our company. We've just been slowly accumulating actors as we go. So now we have Lisa and Ben and David and Susan, who are our regular troupe that we send out. So it's great to see that 10 years ago it was just Ian and I, and now we have Susan working pretty well full time, and we have Claire now, and we have lots of tutors. So all up we've probably got about 15 people that work for us on a regular or semi-regular time. So that's been fantastic for us to see that we have grown to that now. Getting our Shakespeare in the Gardens program up and running, and it's been challenging because we're always combating the weather, but apart from that, it's been really fun working with local actors and giving them work, and then us also getting the opportunity to perform Shakespeare, which we absolutely love.
What? So soon asleep? Oh, that my eyes would shut out my thoughts. Feel inclined to do so?
I guess I love the aspect of combining work with travel, and going to Darwin. That gave me a taste for this kind of life, and this want to have my own company. Was working with the Botanic Gardens in Wollongong, and Michael Connor took us, Juliet and I, as a troupe, Theatre in a Wheelbarrow it was called, to Adelaide and Tasmania, and to Hobart. We have done a job in every state and territory, I think. The conference in Brazil was absolutely amazing. Again, that was combining a conference on education and theatre.
I guess a big highlight for us was producing a main stage production, Audrey of the Outback. It was a long project for us. We've read the book 7 years ago, I think it was. Tiggs had asked us to come in and do a small presentation using the book, and we just loved the story, loved the character of Audrey. She was very energetic and loved her, absolutely loved her. So we then took a long time to develop the script. We worked with lots of people. We worked with the IPAC, and we worked out at Kangaroo Valley, and the highlight was actually getting it onto the stage, and that was amazing, being down at the Shoalhaven Entertainment Centre. And it was a really fantastic process, and I really loved that. I just hope that we can get it on the stage and do it again.
Lucky you're a man and you knew what you were doing.
Yeah, we're at a scary time now. I mean, this is something that Ian and I have been working towards for a long time. We've always wanted our own space, and it's here, and we've got it. And I mean, it's taken us 10 years to get to this space. And we've got so many ideas. They just keep rolling out of my head. And we have Susan, and every time I talk to Susan, she's got another fantastic idea.
The only way is up. It's scary. First priority, get those people into the school and get some students in and fill those classes.
I want to see the school full and all of our teachers teaching every week.
Teaching is a very important aspect, and for me personally, I really think it's great to pass on something that you have and you feel. I mean, I've put all my eggs in one basket and said, right, theatre, acting, that's me. That's what I want to do with my life, and I want to give it and pass on and get friends in. Yeah,
so I guess the space, is our priority at the moment. Getting our shop pumping and people coming in and hiring costumes. And I love costumes, so that's a really lovely thing to walk into every day, seeing a shop full of costumes. So yes, I guess that's our next big step, is to get this space pumping and getting people in here and using the space. It's a fantastic space to work in. I had my first class last week and it's just so lovely, and it's a very comfortable space to work in.
I guess ultimately a theatre. I would love a theatre with seats, a box office, a screen, a backstage, all that sort of stuff. But you gotta have dreams, don't you? Tell me to shut up if I'm going on.